I just want to know what Bruno Mars plans to do about this. He sits around all day eating Audi ribeye and limousine while we scrape by with taxi shakes. Meanwhile, the men at arms are still overseas fighting the war on Wheel of Fortune.
For more on this story, check this week's
One of the more
Onion
bizarre and absurdist onions.
This is the Onion News Network.
All right. Yeah. I love that intro to Flaming Freedom. Have a heart, everyone.
This is Flaming Freedom. Hello.
Happy Thursday evening.
It is the best evening of the whole week.
Today we have a really special show for you.
Isn't every show a special show?
This show is special in particular. It's all about everyone's favorite activity. An activity you don't often get to do, but when you do, it's fun. And that is Analingus.
I should get the echo on that.
That is
Analingus.
Analingus.
Yeah.
So for those who don't speak French, that is...
I think that's Latin.
Latin?
Yeah.
I think it's Romanian. That is licking a butthole. Analingus. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have an article about it.
It's similar to cunnilingus, which is licking a vagina, but Derek doesn't have a vagina.
Yeah.
Nor do I. Or you, Steve, for that matter.
Are you going to have one sewn on?
No, I quite like my penis.
Hey, Remington,
Doesn't mean you have to get rid of
you
that.
usually sound so creamy, but I don't think your mic is coming from your audio this time.
Ooh.
You may want to investigate that. And anyway, yeah.
Hello.
So you're
For
doing
some
it.
strange reason, Derek just really wanted to talk about analingus for the whole show tonight.
Yeah, I wanted to make it an analingus show, because people have asked me a lot of questions about this, and we got a great response from people who were listening to our talk about being a better bottom. So I feel like sex tips and encouraging more sexual diversity is, really the direction that this show is taking. We threw out the word gay and straight and replaced it with just sexual diversity.
Diversidad sexual.
Yeah, exactly. And part of that is I think 2014 was called the year of the booty. So we're a little late on this. It's 2016 when we're recording, but everyone is licking ass now.
What was it? Like all the music talked about booties in 2014?
The music, and Kim Kardashian's ass was out all the time. And so there was a lot of booty talk going on, and a lot of people experimenting with anal and with analingus.
Well, that was 2014, but in New York. So they're 2.5 years ahead of us anyway.
Right.
So we're just getting to butts. And have you ever had your butt licked before?
Who are you asking, me?
I'm asking you.
You know the answer to that question. Yes. Yes, I have.
Well, why don't you tell them why you did that?
Why I received a butt licking?
Or why did they lick your butt? That seems like something people would normally want to do.
They wanted to. I don't know. It's
Hello?
not. Hello. Yeah.
Is this creamy now? Am I coming in
now
just
you've got the creamy radio
Cream
audio.
cheese.
Yeah.
It's Philly cream.
I'm surprised, Steven, you didn't notice that when he was talking earlier. Did you have your headphones on?
Everything sounds kind of weird right now to me.
Okay.
But yes, back onto the subject of analingus.
Oh yeah, back to Derek. Why did they do it?
I don't know. It really was one of those things that was really strange to me. It was not something. So when I first encountered analingus, it was through porn that was like femdom porn, actually. It was guys licking girls' asses. And I thought that it was very humiliating, dehumanizing sort of act. Okay, this is the lowest of the low as far as a person could go.
You were a beginner.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was really bad. And it's not something that called out as oh, I want to receive this. It was more oh, I would like to do this as sort of a submissive sort of thing. And later, I guess I learned just through regular sexual encounters that, this is something that other guys wanted to do, that I have a nice ass and they wanted to eat it.
Wow.
But, I was uncomfortable about that because it's where poop comes out. Let's be real.
Let's be real about this.
This
Now,
is
I'm gonna lay down the law.
Yeah.
But
the primary
where
use.
poop comes.
Yes.
Well,
and so it could be
depending,
dirty.
some people pooping is the secondary use of their butt.
Well, for me, I was nervous that I wasn't clean enough for this act. And when somebody who I cared about said that he wanted to, or started actually like just putting his face down there, I was immediately very concerned that I was not in a way that would be good for this.
Have you ever?
So,
well, why do they want to do it? What do they say?
Well, it's just a sexual attraction thing. It's like, and I think it's a lot of it is getting ready for a fucking. Like with a heterosexual couple, the guy will typically go down on a girl for a little while. She's already like wet, but it'll make her more wet. And then there's like easy entry.
Doesn't she like the cunnilingus more than
it could be
penetration?
It could, yeah, that could be. I mean, the tongue can do a lot more than a dick can with regard to rubbing a clit. But
I've been dreaming of this dick that has a tongue on the end.
Oh yeah,
it goes in and then it like it swishes around
in there. Yeah, weird. So anyway, I pulled up an article, because I'm getting a lot of questions about analingus that our listeners must be curious. This is something that's on their mind. Have you done it yet? Is this something you enjoy? I'm going to put it out there. For me, this is something that I enjoy doing to others more than receiving. I know that Dale has talked about it on the show, where Dale goes crazy. Like, this is his number one best pleasure.
Giving or receiving?
Receiving analingus.
Oh.
Same here. Like, I get the same amount of joy from it. It's amazing.
What, did you have your dog do that to you?
No, it just humans.
Why would you say that?
I don't know. Once I had
dogs can do that.
Look, dogs are really good at licking. We used to do this. We used to put peanut butter between our toes and then have the dog lick them off.
Ruby?
Yeah.
Ew.
Oh, she loved it. It was torture because she would just all over your toes and it tickled so bad. But I'm just saying, I don't think I would do that, but you could put peanut butter in various places.
Now I'm thinking about putting peanut butter in my crack and having a dog
or a human.
Not a cat though. Their tongues are like sandpaper.
If you're gonna put nut butter in your crack, can you get the almond chocolate peanut butter? Not peanut. Almond chocolate butter.
For authenticity, so it looks real.
No, it's just so much better tasting.
Oh, for the dog, real. It would kill the dog.
No, for a human.
For a human, you're gonna lick almond chocolate peanut butter out of my ass.
Well, what's her name? Divine ate poop on camera.
Yeah,
that's pretty funny. No, I like analingus because of the way it feels.
Yeah,
not because of the power play or the degradation or that it looks like poop with peanut butter, which I don't think I've ever heard of anyone being into that.
You never know.
I like how it feels, and I like how it makes people feel.
Yeah. So we're going to help people get some analingus because I'm sure you're all curious and starving for your butts to be licked. Starving to lick some butt.
But you got a lot of work to do before anyone's going to want to put their mouth on your butthole.
I know, right? So they have to like go against every evolutionary incentive that they have for protecting their own bodies.
It really makes no sense to lick a butt.
No, and it could be unsafe. Like if you're not preparing for this adequately, you could make your partner sick.
Or
yourself, right. And when I posted that this was going to be the topic tonight, Jerome, the winner of the Deep Throat contest at Porkfest, actually commented like, "Who's bringing the dental dams?" Have you ever seen someone use a dental
I've
dam?
seen a dental dam at the magnet testing center in San
That was
Francisco.
not my question. I know
Have
they
I seen
exist.
them use it? I saw a cartoon on the package of them using it.
Yeah, nobody uses these things. So
Let's
these
give it a
tips,
shot.
these tips are going to help you.
No one uses it.
Are you a political activist who does things that the government might not like?
What in God's name's a dental dam?
Life. Rats is your guide to protecting yourself against snitches.
So I went back and I watched the replay of the footage. They were just showing pictures live of a crowd protesting, and then shots rang out, and then people started running away.
What are you talking about?
3 cops were shot in Dallas. This isn't good. We gotta urge people to not shoot cops, I think.
KDFW is reporting that it's 2 police officers instead of 3. I saw 3, but I guess it was a wrong thing. It was 2.
Are these security guards or law enforcers?
What are you
police officers? They
up.
were laying down right beside their cars.
Law enforcers?
Yes, law enforcers.
Remington is very
Hey,
excited
can you
about
put that
this.
on a different
Yeah,
thing?
What's going on?
Well,
I'll just hold
this
it.
is what's going on.
Dong.
You're putting something on a table that's connected to a microphone, so it's going to make noise.
Well, in journalism, it's hard not to get excited by big news because this is a relatively big story.
That doesn't
This
sound
is-
like big news to me.
I don't
That's
care
been
about
happening
this.
for thousands of years.
In the climate that we're in right now, this is a development, a big development.
The climate that we're in
The
right
climate.
now. All right.
Because
Is it bigger than global warming?
global warming's not a thing.
Is it bigger than Analingus? That's what I mean.
The
Because
question
really,
is,
we
what are
only
you
have
going to
2
do
hours.
about global warming? Like, I don't deny
Can
it.
we
Just build a
smoke
new
those
beach.
Things.
It is not bigger than Analingus. I can confirm.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, when we have a fair time to do it
Can't we just do it right here?
on the air.
Yeah.
In our home.
I'm okay with it. I think our neighbors would be okay with it.
Our neighbors do it all the time.
Neighbors seem to be okay with all that smoke y'all had.
Well, maybe it's best that we just don't say what it is.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, whenever you'd like. I'll do another segment
Yeah.
first.
Okay. Well, let me get the text all big so we can read it from here, and I'll get my mouse over here.
I appreciate that. You might be able to use my trackpad. No, it's too much work. Using a mouse to me is like using Windows. Remington,
Yes, sir.
how is this news? Oh man, it was it was pretty sad that you didn't get into that club. I heard that you got in and then you were like, "Wait, are you actually letting me in?" And they said no.
No, I didn't. I know what Derek says to me is I should have kept my big mouth shut, which I thought I didn't know. I thought they asked you questions or something. I was unaware.
Well, didn't they say you could go in?
I just muted
No, he did not.
Muted him.
because I want to save this for the air.
Oh. Sorry, you're muted, Remington.
No.
We'll have to blow your load on the air.
Exactly.
And then you can tell us why you didn't get into the club. That's a joke. Can we preview the article before I read it?
I've already read it. How do you want to preview it?
Just scroll down to the bottom.
There's the mouse.
Oh. A rimmer. 2014. Why were they pushing butt?
As a rider, visit ride.freetalklive.com. Your first ride's free.
If you enjoy LRN.FM, please contribute to your favorite shows via their websites and become an amplifier at amp.lrn.fm. That's amp.lrn.fm.
Ow, flaunt it. Ow! It's Flaming Freedom. Woohoo! Hey there, Derek J. You're my favorite person in the world.
Oh, thanks, babe.
And hey, Remington.
I feel like such a bitter wench tonight. I haven't gotten high yet today, and I like doing that, and I keep putting it off. So I keep having to do other shit. Like entertain you people. Tell you about Analingus.
Well, they're not entertained. Come on, but
Yeah.
they're listening. I don't know why.
That's fair.
Well,
yeah.
today is all about tossing the salad.
Mhm.
Is that what it? That's what it is. Tossing salad.
You're all the way at the bottom of this article. Do you want me to move it up?
Yeah. Well, first I want to hear from Remington.
Oh, yeah. Well, we during the break, you were talking about our weekend together. Remington came over. We did a live show in studio.
Oh man, it was a gay anarchist paradise weekend. Really.
Yeah, it
totally
was
awful.
It was a few weeks that it was a gay anarchist paradise because we were all up there basically. Well, not all of us, but a large swath. Would you agree?
Give us like what 20% of us were up here in the Shire at that point.
Of
That
the
was
gay
pretty cool.
anarchists?
Of the gay anarchists.
Yeah, I would say we have about 65 people in the group. So that would make it 15 gay anarchists? That sounds
13.
right.
Yeah, close. And we had an amazing party. Oh, I want to have that party at our house all the time. We got a fog machine and some lights. We need lasers.
Loud music.
Oh my God. We had Ian's speaker. It was just blowing this place away. Super loud music. Lots of libertarians.
It was the
girl.
best.
One girl. There
were two girls.
What?
There was Donna.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And one of the girls was taken.
Taken. Yeah.
Well, taken is a very loose term,
Yeah,
really.
That's true.
Taken basically has no meaning ever.
I think that it has meaning.
Well,
okay.
Like
because I'm not one for open relationships. If I'm dating someone, I'll stay for that person and just that person.
What does that mean?
Like the only person that I'll have sex with is that person.
What if they want to have sex with someone else?
Well, then they shouldn't be in a relationship with me.
Oh, so that's like a condition of relationships with you?
Like I want the exclusive. I want the exclusivity. I want to have like a very close emotional connection to that person, and that person had the same thing with me.
Ownership.
Wait, there's a difference between a close emotional connection.
See, it's not ownership. It's because we're voluntarily owning each other.
You said,
well, yes, it's ownership. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is ownership. The way you're talking about. Well,
anyway, we went out to a club. It was a lot of fun after our house party, and I was sad that Remington wasn't there.
Well, everyone was saying, Remington, just play it cool. Like, this is a life lesson. You got to learn how to sneak into clubs.
Yeah.
And
I was confident that Remington was going to be able to get in. I didn't know if it was 21 and up or whatever, but I knew.
It didn't sound like they had rules.
They didn't explicitly say, and you weren't drinking, and you weren't planning on drinking.
Well, I was drinking a little bit before that.
Oh, well, I don't know anything about that. So you could have gotten into this club. Apparently, what happened when you were at the door? We all, went in.
So at the door, he looked my license over, and then he gave me a look, and he was like, "Oh, well, it was me." That's like, "So am I allowed in? Because I'm 18." Then he said, "No." So I basically said my age.
Why did you say that?
Because I don't know how these things work.
Did you think that it would help?
Well, I guess the way it works is
you try and
follow
get in.
your friends in. Like, just get physically in without discussing any ideas whatsoever.
Yeah.
And if you get in and then they like pull you back, fine. But yeah, I would say just try to get in.
Yeah, this guy was probably concerned that you were a cop or someone who was set up by a cop to try and get in, and you gave him a second chance. Like he was like, okay, this guy's probably not a cop or working for the cops. He just wants to go and have a good time. He's with friends, right? Exactly. So being with friends is going to help in a situation like this. Here, I'll take that.
Well, yes.
But once you made it explicit with him, like, hey, I'm 18. Are you sure you're going to let me in? That's exactly what an undercover would do. Like, oh, hey, are you sure? Talking in the microphone and make it clear that you're going to let me in. So anyway, I was sad that you weren't able to come inside and dance with us.
It was probably a trashy club anyway. I could go to higher brow establishments. I'm sure.
No,
it was
it was
definitely
nice.
the best club in
It
the
was
whole Seacoast. For
really
sure.
cool.
Yeah, totally rocked.
Should definitely come next time.
The Red Door, if anyone's in the Seacoast area, it's awesome. Apparently, they have music every night, but the weekends are.
Yeah,
especially
but they do different
fabulous.
music. Like, you know, Thursday is reggae and Friday is whatever. Saturday was house. So,
Well, there was still the awesome party at our house before that.
yeah. And then afterwards, we calmed down with some group yoga. That was really nice. So, anyway, the party was cool. It was heaven on earth. I
No
hope we
one
do it
got
again.
their salad tossed that night, though. At least at our house, as far as I know.
No. Not that I know of.
Man, so I wonder why. Is it because we were doing it wrong? How do you know when you're doing it wrong?
Let me tell you, according to complex.com, and they have a big picture of a salad. That was another thing.
No
one of the
avocado, though.
fiends, I won't say who, asked me because well, I won't give it
Because it's
won't give it
Nicole.
away. No. I asked me, what does toss salad mean? And I thought that was a pretty like well-known phrase by now, but
What is a tossed salad? Derek?
Toss salad is eating ass.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was like something to do with the balls and the
No, apparently Remington's confused. Do I have to
a
teach the
tossed
whole
salad
world?
is just a generic term for like whatever sex thing you don't want to explicitly say.
No, there's a reason why tossed salad is the very first photo on this article. It's because it's Analingus is tossing salad.
All right. Even cunnilingus?
No, Analingus is tossing a salad. This
Cunni-
is a word. It has a meaning. Let me teach all of you.
Cunnilingus is like tossing some deviled eggs or something.
I don't know what. I don't care about that. So unless you're an experienced rimmer, this is from the article now. Unless you're an experienced rimmer, of course, another term for analingus, rim job, or rim jobbington. Some people say. I'm trying to get it to catch on. Unless you're an experienced rimmer who's too busy with your head stuck up someone's asshole already, you've been reading a whole lot about 2014 being christened the year of the booty. Unlike those essays, think pieces, and love songs about the culo craze, this is a tutorial on how to eat the booty properly.
No.
Most of us have dabbled in the booty, but the minute someone talks about eating it, faces look sue, and folks start to question. What does that mean? Sus?
Sus?
What is that? I don't know what it means.
Probably a typo.
Okay. Those people don't know what a good tongue in the hole can do, or how good it feels to have your own backside feasted upon.
No, they don't.
If you think you don't like giving it or receiving it, it's because you're doing it wrong.
You got to do it right.
And here's why. Yeah, that is a lesson that I learned. When I didn't like it at first, it was because I was doing it wrong.
Yeah.
I didn't have the confidence to know that I was really clean back there, that they were enjoying themselves.
Well, same with anal sex in general with you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But you got to just trust that the other person is doing what they want.
Well, I think we've got some tips, just like how to be a good bottom. We've got how to do good analingus coming up. The other side of the market.
And we're gonna have a caller too. Someone's calling in.
Alternative media and publishing company founded in June 2009 with the mission of ensuring a free press for the freedom movement, and is committed to spreading the message of peace, freedom, love, and liberty.
No.
FPP also gives new authors an avenue for publishing freedom-oriented material. FPP brings you daily news and commentary on the website fpp.cc, as well as a daily 5-minute newscast, FPP Radio News, and weekly news, views, and commentary in the FPP Freedom Minute and Peace, Love, Liberty Radio at fppradio.com, and the monthly newspaper FPP News at news.fpp.cc. Find FPP online at fpp.cc. That's fpp.cc.
I think we've all had enough of that jingle, don't you? If you're going to invest in property in New Hampshire, it just makes sense to support a Liberty-friendly realtor. Call Mark Warden of Team Porcupine Real Estate for investment property or rentals in Free State, or visit his website. Come on, you know it.
They're saying he's alt-right.
People to the ideas of
Alt-right
liberty
is a different
every
thing.
day. From wrestling superstars like Glenn Jacobs.
They're just bitching. Bitch. Check. Oh. Liberty Phoenix was talking, and I guess he thought that I wasn't there because I wasn't talking back.
So updates from Dallas, Texas.
I'm not interested.
You're not interested?
No.
I think that this is a substantial piece of news.
Why? Who cares?
Hey guys.
Hey, Liberty Phoenix. Oh, it looks like you're calling me too. I'll reject that call. Call finished? Oh, damn. Not that over here. We have Trey. What about the cup that's out in the hallway? Our neighbor's cup. No, we're going to use that to drink out of. No, it doesn't. I've used them. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, Liberty Phoenix is calling. Hey.
All right.
Did it work this time?
Yeah. How's my audio?
It's a little scratchy.
I'm just calling in on my phone. I don't have my studio set up anymore.
Do you have Wi-Fi?
No, it's a BS 4G Metro POS connection.
Metro POS. That's funny. All right, cool.
Is it gonna be acceptable though? Like decent enough?
Yeah, it's decent. We're coming back in 20 seconds.
Cool. You guys hear about everything going down in Dallas?
Yeah, Remy keeps trying to talk about it. Hold on.
You're listening to the best liberty-oriented audio streamed around the clock, on the air, and online. This is the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.
I got a big fat ass.
Big fat ass. That's right. And lick that ass.
Yep. Occasionally, people in the know will call in. We don't advertise that we have a call-in line, but we do. So if you're cool enough, you know what it is. And we have one such cool person. Liberty Phoenix is on the air on Flaming Freedom. What's on your mind?
Evening. Well, obviously, Analingus.
Yeah, me too. It's the
So
greatest.
I have a rather odd story of my first experience with that.
Giving or receiving?
Giving.
Male or female?
Male.
All right.
It had to have been about a decade ago. I was in my early 20s. I was working at a bar, and there was a gentleman that would come in all the time. He was a rather unique individual. He was a Jewish black gay man, and you know, we
you don't see much of that.
Definitely not. And he certainly didn't disappoint. It was a great night.
Whoa, wait a minute. Sorry, we really lost you. Back up again. He said he was a really nice guy.
You know, we hit it off really well. I went back to his place, and we were doing a bit of blow. One thing led to another. He ended up trimming me up, and we started fooling around, and we were 69ing. And you know, I was just like, screw this, I'm just gonna go for it, and just, you know, went up to give him a little lick, and he jumped. And like, I don't know if it was something that he just wasn't into, or if it was something that he wasn't expecting, but it certainly put me off. I was like, wow, because he was, you know, he was very openly gay, and I was not very open back then at all. And it just, I don't know, it was weird. Like I had never experienced that. I mean, obviously, because it was my first time even giving it, but for someone to like jump away, that was odd. I just thought it was weird.
How did it make you feel?
Not so much disappointed. I certainly didn't continue. But it's like I don't think we really actually talked about it. We didn't really discuss that at all, like afterwards. So it wasn't like it was like just brushed over.
Why do you
so it wasn't like I felt ashamed.
Why do you think he backed away?
I don't know. I think maybe he was just more used to being a top, I suppose, and not a bottom.
Steven?
Well, so you didn't even say like, oh, you don't like that, or you don't want to continue
how much do
doing
you
that?
communicate during sex normally?
Well, nowadays a lot. But back then I was a sheepish little guy.
Yeah.
And
just doing what felt right.
Yeah, pretty much. I was just going with whatever I felt, would be right. Yeah, exactly.
Is it something that
And
you
I was
saw
like,
in porn and wanted to do in real life, or was it something that called to you from within?
I don't think I was consciously like pulling it from like a porn scene or anything. But I'm sure I had seen it before.
Is it because you wanted to put other things inside of his butt?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, so was this more like precursor to banging him? Some
Yeah.
foreplay.
It never went that far. I'm pretty, if responded.
Whoa,
we're really breaking up
hold
here.
on a second.
Well, it's important to know that analingus is a very good way to get someone relaxed and ready for penetration.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was looking forward to that at the time. This was probably only my second or third encounter with a man, other than the one that I'd originally started messing around with. He was a good friend of mine growing up, and we had messed around back and forth over probably 8-9 years. So other than him, this is probably only my second or third encounter.
Have you encountered other people who did not enjoy analingus? Who you tried to?
No, I've actually never really tried it again.
Wow, no! In 10 years?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not like over.
Oh, it sounds like it scarred him.
Hey, I'm not.
And it ruined his phone line.
It ruined the internet connection.
It ruined. Well, he's on a what do you call it? A Metro POS.
Metro POS 2000.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'll have to let you go for now.
Thanks for calling in and
Phoenix.
sharing.
But yeah, that was awfully vulnerable of you, and I appreciate you sharing.
I can understand
personal experience
when you're down there in the 69 position. Like
it's right there.
Their butt's right there.
Yeah.
And you can easily just kind of brush the dick aside and
the balls
and grab the haunches.
Yeah.
And go for the hole.
Or
start kissing and licking on the way from the balls to the butthole.
Give a warning that it's coming.
Yeah.
Just a little.
Ease him into it.
Yeah.
You won't even know it's happening.
Yeah. Speaking of, he wanted to bring up that there's something happening in Dallas. I want to bring this up for a second. We've got a reporter on the scene here in Texas.
Fox News 77.
No.
Fox 77.
Well, I do want to tell you about this. There was a shooting in Dallas. Apparently, 2 officers down. They appeared to be dead in what I saw. They were not moving. Fox News showed the bodies live without probably knowing, but they were being attended to by other people. Didn't look like they were moving, so they appeared dead. Shots rang out during a protest of the recent police shootings in Baton Rouge in Minnesota.
Oh no!
Uh-oh, this isn't good. This isn't the right way to go about it. But also at the same time, 5 people were killed by cars, 10 people died of diabetes, 8 people died of heart disease. Like the number of police killings or killings in general is so minuscule versus the actual causes of death in our world. And if we're looking to like prevent death, there's a lot more ways. Like there's 100 times more abortions than there are murders. And police murders are only like 1% of murders.
Wow.
Yes, but Derek sort of played down the significance of this, and I think that this is widely significant.
I'm doing it too.
Well, yeah, well, it's significant in the sense of the climate. There is unrest with how the government works with its police force, and you're seeing more people take action into their own hands after such attacks on civilians. And do you think that this is the answer? Do you think that more death is the answer? I won't make you answer that question. I know there's backlash.
No.
Well, what do you think of the term controlled narrative?
I don't think it's a controlled narrative if they unknowingly showed it live.
Why aren't we hearing about accidental poisonings on the news, which happen at double the frequency of murders?
Because nobody wants to hear about that.
Well, I'm not saying it is a controlled narrative. I was just asking what you think of the term, because you use the term climate. And,
there is a controlled narrative behind the climate. But you and Stephen will likely agree that this is a very testy time because of the rise in police shootings, or at least the prominence of them.
What does that mean? Like, the entire history of humanity has been pretty testy at best.
But more people have access to media now.
What is going on here is there's an issue that really statistically doesn't matter, and it's being pushed out top down. You said it was on Fox News. That means it's coming out of the governance apparatus, and now you're pushing it out to the customers of Flaming Freedom who want to hear about Analingus.
Yeah.
Like,
today's about Analingus.
What's going on is the frequency is being passed down from the controllers to you, and you're pushing it out into our anarchy space. I don't know. It doesn't seem very important.
Well,
it is sad. I recognize that.
And I'm a journalist, so I'll stick to covering this.
Well,
let's talk about Analingus.
Yeah, we will. We're coming to a break for a moment.
I appreciate you bringing it up so I had a chance to shoot it out.
Oh, bad pun.
Yeah, bad pun.
It wasn't a pun. I just couldn't think of what to say.
Oh,
okay.
Shoot it down, I think, was the word. But anyway.
Are you tired of governments murdering people around the world?
Wow.
There is an alternative.
Bitcoin
is a stateless free market non-political currency.
Timely
Bitcoin
much?
cannot be inflated or controlled by
what do you mean by that?
By using their money, you are helping the state. Stop doing it. You have an incredible alternative available now. Learn it, use it, spread it. Get started with Bitcoin.
Why is it significant again?
That's
wait, hold on.
Money, power, and respect are all yours.
Nice.
It is significant in the sense that the people are starting to see.
Can you ask your question again? I want to pull this out of the audio. So I turned down LRN, and now you said, why is it significant?
So, yeah, in terms of like the whole of humanity, why is this significant?
It is significant. Excuse me. It is significant in the sense that more and more people are starting to see that their government is wrong. They are starting to see that its flaws, and they are acting. Whether they're acting in this way is the correct way, that's not up to me. It's not up to them. It's up to what their morals. I guess that may be them, but who knows? I personally wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But
well,
what I'm saying is,
President William. Continue. Sorry.
It is significant in the sense that we are seeing unrest, and this unrest will lead to something inevitably bigger.
I'm wondering though, is it more unrest? The statistics I've seen seems to show that it's a lot less unrest, and it's continuing to decline, but the communications mechanisms for displaying the unrest are much more powerful now. So it seems like there's more.
Well, there's more because people have access to social media.
But that's just more communications about unrest.
I mean, the reason we know about the Minnesota shooting in its prominence is because we have both of them, Baton Rouge and Minnesota, is because we have eyewitness video of the situation.
Okay, then like what makes Minnesota and Baton Rouge and all these places like more relevant than shootings that are going on in Brazil or Mexico or Egypt?
Because they're closer to home. Because because now we can look outside our windows and see this happening.
To me, is
That's
pretty
so far away from here.
What I'm trying to say,
I guess it isn't that far from you.
what I'm trying to say is now people are starting to wise up and they are looking at this, and we need coverage, maybe not from the mainstream, but we need coverage on these events because otherwise people are going to look over them. People already look over the small ones. Like what they would consider small.
Why not overlook like some? So you got some bullies that have been bullying people for a long time, and then one day someone in a crowd kills them. Like, why not overlook that? That seems almost like a normal occurrence.
It shouldn't be a normal occurrence, and that's why we should show it.
Wait,
because it shocks people.
It should, or
it should not be a normal occurrence.
Of course not, and it isn't.
And we need to show people what's happening in order for them to even have an inkling about what's going on. And then they can feel bad about it or be happy about it or whatever. Let the people make up their mind about how things are doing.
A duty to report news. I think that's where this comes from more than anything. You would want to talk about it no matter what it is because it's news.
I feel like people want to hear.
And I feel that certain stories are not worth listening to.
I think there's other more. It's interesting that you emphasize this so much.
Oh, we're back.
Welcome back.
Hold on. Shoot.
Is there a Analingus news channel where the cops were they? Do you think they did Analingus back at the cop station?
Maybe that's a thought that I'll have another time. When I go to bed tonight, I'll think about those Analingus cops.
There are 2 dead humans who could be doing Analingus, and now they are gone, and it is tragic.
I think that's the headline of the whole thing.
It's tragic, but it's also tragic all the other humans that are not dead, but it might as well be because they don't know how to do it right.
It's an Onion headline. Think about it. It's an Onion headline. Two people possibly able to do cunnilingus shot dead. Able to.
All right. Well, we haven't even learned how to do Analingus right yet.
Yeah, we haven't.
Go ahead, Derek J.
So far, we've heard one caller say he tried it once and he was scarred by the guy jumping away. So how do you ease him into a tongue in his butt?
Well, here's how the article says that you're doing it wrong. I don't know. How do you ease him into wanting it? Well, having it be clean would be a very good first step.
Yeah, for you. For both partners. With Derek, his partner didn't mind, apparently, it being in the state that it was. But
which was very clean, by the way.
You were very nervous about it.
Yeah. I was just self-conscious.
Yeah. So if it's clean and everyone knows that it's clean.
Well, also, like, I'm a germaphobe in a lot of ways. Like, I wash my hands, probably 20 times a day. And I don't like to shake hands with people. I fist bump and stuff. Like, I try and be very controlled about the things that I touch and the things that go into my mouth and things that are clean, and I would hope that I could help other people be the same way. But anyway, yes, I don't know.
Yeah,
interrupt and go on a rant like this, but shall we read some of this?
Yeah, well, nobody wants leftovers when it comes to tossing salad. You can wipe
sloppy seconds,
but best practice requires soap and water. Remnants are not desired. If you can't handle a good, thorough clean, at least get yourself some baby wipes and run a couple past your ass. You didn't need to be leaving anyone with something that makes their stomach ache the next day. Ugh. If you're thinking about trying this out on a partner, plan wisely. Don't ask them to go clean up. Just do it when you know they are prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so catch them when you know they're clean. Or tell them to get clean. That's the best. Just be like, go do this and this and clean up and
you would tell someone to go get clean? I mean, I guess that's exciting. You've said that to me, I guess.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I want to do some sexy things. Like, let's get ready.
Yeah.
It's not
It's like you're gonna go have a picnic. Like, let's pack a blanket and some sandwiches.
It's not like, oh, you're pretty disgusting down there. Like, go get clean. It's just, this is what we do to get clean, to get ready.
Yeah.
But so cleaning is pretty obvious. Like everyone thinks that immediately. I'm sure the first, like when they think of licking a butt, like, uh-oh, what if there's stuff down there? But they don't often think, what if there's hair down there? What if it's full of hair? Does anyone really want their tongue in a bunch of hair? I guess some people do.
Let me see. I have a bit of hair down there. Nothing too much. But it's down there. And nobody's ever told me that that's a bad thing. And I like a hairy guy.
You like a hairy guy?
Yeah.
Where do you like hair the most?
Probably on the chest.
What about in the butthole?
I mean, as long as you keep it clean. Hair can be clean. Like,
do you want to come up after sticking your face down there and have butthole hairs in your mouth?
As long as they're
what's
clean.
gonna happen.
I mean, I wash my hair. I wash my hair. Like I even use conditioner on the hair down there.
What?
Conditioner?
What about shaving it?
What about shaving it? That seems like why? Like I don't have enough action as it is.
Well, let's see what this author has to say.
Maybe this is a reason why you don't get enough action.
Ouch, Stephen.
There's a lot of discussion and disagreement about the bush on the front side. Some people trim, others don't. But in the back, nobody wants a forest to be rummaging through.
Nobody.
That can lead to a lot of extras being left behind for unwanted discovery. Hopefully, you don't find a hairy ass. It's best to lead by example and groom regularly. Cut that shit back. This is a quote from the author of You're Doing It Wrong, Tossing Salad, Dana Cartwright.
And there's even
doing a service to all humanity.
Even more effective and permanent ways of removing hair from your anus. So like you can cut it, obviously, like you can use scissors. That's a good start. You can buzz it. You can shave it down to the skin. You can also pluck it, which is what we did for a long time. Still do that sometimes. And it pulls all the hair out, and it pulls it by the roots so that they don't grow back as quickly, much less quickly, and they're like lighter and there's less hair. It's great. Or you can get a laser to burn away the hairs, and they don't come back for a long time, if ever.
It's 2016.
Yeah,
lasers are now the way to go.
And these lasers are being distributed out over everywhere, piling up capital, and the price of laser treatment is going down very quickly. So it's already well under $100 to get everything lasered down there.
It's comparable to waxing prices now. So if you were someone who got waxed regularly or have waxed your legs or anyway were considering waxing your ass, it's almost the same price to go get laser every time. And it would be closer to permanent because laser, it's likely that it won't grow back.
They both hurt a lot.
Yeah.
The laser lasered a hair that was inside of my butthole.
Yeah. But you didn't want it there.
No, I definitely didn't want it, but it hurt.
Yeah.
It hurt. But only for just a tiny second.
Yeah. And then gone forever.
Yeah. Get that hair. I don't want that hair there. I don't know about you, but I don't want to put my face down there.
Yeah. So, but then there are guys who kiss guys with beards.
And guys who like to like eat armpits. There's all kinds of crazy guys.
I like that.
With hair?
Generally, no. No, I would think that, yeah, hairless armpits are better. But a little bit of hair is good. Are you presenting this for me to lick?
Yes.
I don't want to do that right now.
Well, I'm just showing it to you.
Okay.
You can do it whenever you like.
Okay. Well, that's one thing I'm also concerned about licking because it's often got deodorant. Do you have deodorant on right now?
I don't usually wear deodorant.
Yeah, you don't, but I do. So my armpits would not be good.
Really, Stephen? I met you, and you don't ever stink. How do you keep that wonderful smell?
Well, I don't wear deodorant.
He showers regularly.
The thing is, it's like taking medicine that reduces the symptoms but doesn't treat the cause. It's like if you wear deodorant, then you mask when you're
when you smell bad, and then you don't notice that and change your behavior like around the times you smell bad to not smell bad. Like it could be how much stress you're under, or what kind of things have you been eating. Some people get inflammation from various foods, and that causes them to sweat. Or if they're under high stress, they sweat. That was the case with me. And then when I stopped stressing out and did a bunch of yoga and meditation for years, I don't sweat really that much.
Yeah.
Well, I think I don't sweat often very well, but I do, and when I do sweat and I do stink a little bit, it's nothing anybody can notice. Like at the summit we were at over the weekend, I was sweating up a storm. That room was hot as all get out. But
gotta wear shorts.
Everyone was so hot. I was very comfortable.
Yeah.
Derek, not everyone can look good in those short shorts you have. You too, Steven.
Yeah, not even me, but I wear them.
You look good, Derek. I think you look good.
I think even if not everyone can look good in short shorts, they'll look better than if they have long shorts.
Yeah,
like, even if they don't look
more
good.
comfortable.
Aren't those called pants?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Long shorts. We'll call them longs. We got shorts and longs.
Yeah.
All right. We got another recommendation.
Yeah.
Hey, have you ever done performed analingus on someone, and then, or the other way around, and then their breath tastes like a butt?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I do not like it. It's one way that I can't kiss the person after that.
You could.
No, I can't.
Well, what if it was you that had the taste in your mouth?
Then I would have to stop, go to the bathroom, and brush my teeth.
What if they don't mind you passing it along?
No, it's not acceptable.
I had a guy that went and brushed his teeth afterwards. It was great.
You could just have some Listerine and a cup next to the bed.
That would probably do it.
Then lick some more, and you'll have that tangy,
that'd probably be fun.
Feeling on your tongue. Oh yeah, you could also use like a mint or something to make it feel really good.
The Free State Project has reached its goal of
Cool.
20,000 Liberty
I'll turn
lovers
the
pledged to
thingy
move to
down
New
again.
Hampshire and get active to achieve
That was
liberty in
good.
our
This is
lifetime.
going good. We have more.
Thanks for coming on, Remington.
Yeah, Remington.
Very welcome. Do I have to go now?
No. Your contribution makes it a lot easier for us to do this show.
Keen is famous for its
It's better. I find that I disagree with y'all more than I agree.
Well,
That's
it
good.
may be because I always take the contrarian position.
And it's good radio for people.
Who are you, John Stossel? Devil's advocate, you know?
Yeah.
John Stossel. He is the devil.
John Stossel.
I love John Stossel. Kelly and I used to watch John Stossel VHS tapes at his house.
VHS?
Oh, yeah.
What? Like recorded off the TV?
No, ordered.
From his 2020 days?
VHS tapes. And we would watch from what? From his like 1992 days.
Yeah, 2020.
My dad
from 2020.
My dad has
exactly.
a TiVo, and he uses it for two things: This Old House and Stossel.
Yes. Stossel's great. He taught me a lot. He introduced me to the Libertarian Party. I believe. I think.
Okay, little update. Won't go much into it, but apparently it's 2 shooters, and one is in custody. Another one with the long rifle is still at large.
Oh man, they used a rifle.
Well,
apparently
makes sense
for distance.
It would seem if they brought a rifle, it was more so planned.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. That sounds like.
I wonder.
An equal and opposite
I wonder if these were
reaction,
random
right?
cops.
That's
Like, don't kill random cops.
Yeah.
Don't kill random cops.
Especially if they're just
Random
observing.
cops. Maybe some people are really evil and are wreaking havoc in your community, and there's only one thing to do. But like, not random cops at a protest. Don't do that.
Yeah, they were just there for security. I don't often defend cops, but they were just there for security. They were standing there. They were doing nothing. I've seen what had happened before.
And they reported these people don't have a history of violence or murder. Do you know if they have a history of violence or murder?
In the crowd or the police officers?
The police officers that were killed.
No, and neither the crowd. So I think that it's cautious just to say that on either side there should have not been violence.
You know, George Washington ordered the assassination of British officers throughout the colonies. And
George Washington also assassinated a bunch of people who were rising up against his government.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wonder if he personally killed, how many people he personally killed?
No, yeah. Probably a lot of them.
Probably a lot, yeah.
He was a general. You don't get that place, just overnight.
Well, he was the wealthiest man in America after the war.
Lou Fiend said something funny on Freedom Fiends last night. Government, always a day late and a Dogecoin short.
One Doge short. No one would sell them a new Doge. Doge, not for you. It's covered by the BitCon no gov license, actually.
Yeah.
Are bullets covered by the BibCot no gov license?
What?
Bullets, are they covered by the BibCot license?
I guess it depends on the what are you trying to say?
Okay, can bullets be covered by them?
I don't know.
I was thinking about taking my gun to California because I could put it on the plane.
You can legally do that.
You just put it on the plane in a locked box.
I may or may not do that.
I'd check it, right?
Yeah.
Under the plane, under the seats. And just put in, it has to be in a locked box to comply. So when I land in San Francisco, if it's in an unlocked box and they know, then I could be arrested.
Yeah, but it won't be. I mean, there are easy ways to follow the laws about that, especially from here to there. I know John McAfee did it. He's in California.
What about Massachusetts?
He took pictures. I think you could do it in any of them because there are instructions about how to do it. Because he took pictures of himself and posted to Twitter while he was doing it. And I was like, oh, wow, like I've always been too afraid to do that. But there are ways to do it that are totally, it's weird though, because I think it's unsafe that these people make you, handle a gun, or that anyone else would be handling it or putting it in someone else's trust.
I don't expect anyone to be handling this gun.
Yeah, well, I don't know. They may want to do that.
To check it on the airplane?
Yeah. I don't know. In the picture I saw, a woman, I think, was like, he had his sidearm out, and I just don't like that. I just like, if it's out, I want it to be like
I don't want
holstered.
it to be out. I want it to be in my bag like everything else.
Or like secure in some way, It's just, I don't like that's a requirement for traveling.
Well, I want to present a credible threat at all times.
Okay.
And I want to be able to be responsible for my own defense. But I guess in this case, I should probably learn more like hand-to-hand self-defense. That would be a good way of enhancing that.
Yeah, that's and it's a great workout. That was one of the first things I did as a youth.
A youth?
A youth.
Is that a euphemism?
No. It's just when I was young.
I'll be back.
Okay. Ooh. If you're gonna tease, you might as well. All right. Oh.
So I was right with my first report. It is 3. At least 3, maybe as much as 6 cops.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, terrible.
Are you being exaggerating there a little, Derek?
Not at all. Really, honestly. I am not happy at all. Why would I? No, I'm not exaggerating. I think it's sad when people are shot randomly. That's scary and bad. It's not good for the world I live in. The people are acting this way. I don't like it.
On either side.
There's no sides.
There's no sides.
I think there's sides.
They're doing violence.
There really aren't.
It's a cycle of violence.
Sides.
Well, when are we back?
6 after.
Oh, Robert's and no, I mean Daryl's in there. Yeah.
Here.
I feel bad for Daryl because we were gone like until 4 a.m. and he slept on the floor. He could have easily taken one of the beds.
Well, he probably wouldn't want you to feel bad.
Brownish green color.
Yeah, he doesn't
will
care.
soon be lining up
Yeah,
to try
if
the
he really
carbonated
cared, he would have
beverage
slept on the bed.
jam-packed with
He lives in a
ground
bus.
cinnamon. Various members of the
Hey,
focus
that
group
doesn't
told
mean he
reporters
doesn't
they
live
believe
well.
The company had made
No, I'm just saying he
sleeps in a bed.
He enjoys alternative
Yeah.
sleeping scenarios, I guess.
Go buy this thing.
Yeah. The only way they can make it better is if they took a couple of raw eggs, mixed them up in the bottle. People would go nuts.
This is the Onion News Network.
Hey.
Hey, this song played at our party.
This song rocked at our party.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I was in the dance room. It did a fun time.
Yeah.
It was so foggy. What did you think of that fog?
It was like Gorillas in the Mist.
It was like what?
Gorillas in the Mist.
In the mist.
Gorillas in the Mist.
Because
Interesting.
we were having a monkey of a time. In there.
Is that a thing? Is that an
Yeah, we were
expression?
going bananas.
Yeah, exactly.
Remington took us down that pun road.
Now, if there were any overweight people in there, we'd be having a whale of a time.
Well, we got
But there weren't. Everybody there was nice. And
you got to step up your game with the Analingus if you really want to have a good time. And we started going through some of the tips for making it better, doing it right. So let's go some more.
All right, here we go. Number 1 and number 2, just to refresh our memories of how you're doing it wrong with tossing salad is number 1, you didn't keep it clean.
That's
Although,
dingleberries.
I want to change these in my head because I don't like the "you're doing it wrong" attitude. You didn't do this right. It's here's what you need to keep in mind.
Here's how
what
to
you
do
need
it
remember.
better.
Yeah, exactly. So here's number 1.
Keep it clean. Yeah, I like that.
Number 2, trim.
Or lasers. Lasers seem to always be the answer to problems.
Yeah. Number 3, and we haven't gotten to this one. Freshen up.
Freshen up.
We did
this
mention
is separate
this.
from clean.
Yes, this is separate from clean. Freshen
All
up.
right.
Remember we talked about this because you were like, hey, how about some sex, right? Like, let's be, let's go get cleaned up or, So here's what the author at complex.com says. You don't need to use Clorox.
But you could.
But there are ways to freshen up. Don't think you need to run out to the local waxing shop to see who has a bleaching service. But it might be worth closing your bedroom door from time to time and bending over with a mirror to see what it looks like back there, especially if you're seeing skid marks on those skivvies.
Oh.
Do it in private and no one will know. And if you think you look a little discolored, discreetly find a local shop that can freshen you up. Just tell someone you're going in for a whitening. Hopefully they'll think you mean your teeth.
I want that. I feel like that sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds great. That was not the freshening up I was expecting.
I hear that's very popular in Dallas. The Dallas gay men are highly evolved.
Well, yeah, this sounds good. I wonder what a typical whitening costs and how long it takes. A bleaching.
Well, they have to put 2.5 gallons of bleach through there. All the way through your internals.
How does it work? Is it just bleach on a toothbrush and they just like brush it up or what?
A toothbrush sounds awful. I would want one of those cotton swab sticks.
Oh, a cotton swab dildo. Remington? Any comments?
Gone.
Oh, Remington's gone?
Yeah.
Oh, he muted himself.
He went to get his bleach.
Okay.
And the mirror.
Tip number 4. Tease it.
Tease it?
Yes.
Is that like getting him ready?
Before you go in for the gusto, tease the butt. You're working your way around your partner's body everywhere else. Reach around and let them know you're interested. And don't be surprised if they do the same to you. This lets each of you delicately test the waters and see how your partner responds. You might feel a tightening of their body. and you might want to tighten up the first time they try it on you. But loosen up. Let it go. Once you feel how good a light rubbing of the sensitive butt can be, you'll be more likely to let them take it further. And they'll likely let you work your way all around their body too.
Yeah, loosen up. Relax. That's a great tip in general.
Yeah, this works for sex of all kinds. If you're like stressed and tight, I'll speak for myself. If I'm stressed and tight and like distracted, that's not going to work. That's not going to be good no matter what kind of sex I'm enjoying.
No.
So loosening up and being relaxed, for me, that's a big part of enjoying sex.
Yeah, it lets the blood flow.
But especially for anal, it's so important. There have been times where I'm really into sex and I'm really going for it, but I'm like way too tight.
It's not even possible to put anything in there.
Yeah, you need to loosen up.
It totally rejects anything.
Yeah, it does take some communication with your body.
You
know,
yeah. Hey, hold on there. Just take it easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yoga helps a lot because you're always trying to relax various parts of your body. So
yeah.
It helps me intentionally relax. But then again, you also want to squeeze it when it's going like, relax as it goes in, but squeeze it as it comes out so that it feels good for him, you know? But that's not analingus. So one great thing about analingus is when the tongue gets down in the sphincter.
Yeah. Once it goes past the rim.
Yeah. And then you can kind of like fuck them with your tongue.
Yeah.
And that kind of loosens it up for putting whatever else in there.
Any comments, Remington? Before we move on to number 5?
My comment is that doing whatever feels good is the best.
Yeah.
Well,
there's no such thing as a right technique. There's only a technique, and that is yours.
Well, I beg to differ, because coming up, we have a very important tip number 5.
This is the correct technique, by the way.
If you think that using your teeth is correct, you are wrong.
The correct technique is to not use your teeth.
That's correct.
I like to bite, though.
This is not an area to bite. You sure don't want to be bitten. So leave your teeth in your mouth when you're trying to entertain your lover. The delicacy of the butt is what makes it enjoyable. There are a lot of nerves back there. Go slow, go easy, and remember, no teeth.
Well, that tip seems about as obvious as keep it clean.
Yeah. Don't bite.
Don't bite.
But
no sandpaper either.
A lot of people like to bite around everything, around sex. You bite a lot.
I like to bite.
But that is not an area to be bitten. And, some things should go without saying, but in an article like this, they need to be said.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, this next one I've encountered many times. This is generally a problem, and it's very easy to solve, but usually when you're having a hard time getting into a place, you need to spread the legs more.
Yeah. This one is not as obvious as it should be.
No.
It was not to me.
People probably wouldn't even think about it, but if you can really get the hips open and the legs open, it makes all the difference, because the buns are in the way otherwise. You got legs and buns, and you can't even get down in there. But if you can really spread it open,
yeah, the buns are definitely in the way, and that's part of what's nice. It's nice to have those buns right there in your face, but
yeah, that is nice.
But they can get in the way also. They take a lot of space.
You grab them and spread them.
Actually, can you read what the article says?
You know how to grab a hold of an ass and squeeze it tightly. Part of the enjoyment is the overall experience. You need to make room to get your tongue where you need it to go. And in doing so, let your partner feel your strength through your hands. Wow. When they're looking to pleasure you, think about it in reverse. They might not be as strong as you, so again, loosen up. Give it a chance. And if you're really down with it, help out by holding your legs back a little. Be prepared to not want them to stop once they start. Yeah, always good suggestion. Get your legs back more. Put that butt up higher. Always a good idea.
I'm always working on that in yoga.
Well, hopefully there will be some market-based solutions to getting your legs higher as we are taking a trip to the market. Bitcoin yoga.
This is your Robertson Roberts Brokerage Daily Precious Metals Update. In early trading
Hey,
Thursday,
Tim.
gold is $5 lower
Hey,
at
Tim.
$1,959 per ounce.
Oh.
Silver is down 13 cents at $19.91 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at $642 US. Robertson Roberts Brokerage has been helping clients buy and sell precious metals.
LRN is like my favorite thing. I mean, every time I turn it on, it's awesome people's voices.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I get to be a part of it.
It's
for a
great
little
that
bit.
it's great that we could spend like all the time we want hanging out with LRN and the people on LRN. And that's our life.
Yeah. Oh, I feel so good. I'm sitting up so straight and comfortable in bed. I'm hydrated. That yoga stretch was so good. Remington, you didn't go to Bikram yoga, right? But you did do some yoga with us. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was interesting. Yoga's good every now and then. I wouldn't do it every day. But as Steven would say, I'm pretty sure I should do it every day. That's the point.
I didn't say should. I said you will.
Well then. I don't feel like spending money on that.
Yoga is free. It's just moving your body. It doesn't even involve any weights. You knew it out in anywhere.
There are even probably hundreds or thousands of videos of teachers teaching the exact same class that we do every day on YouTube for free.
Well, wonderful. Then maybe I'll watch that.
Well, anyway, I'm not
My
saying
mom
you
always
had to
did
enjoy
that.
it. I was just asking you if you did enjoy it, because
What you thought of it?
Yeah, what did you think?
It's just it's glorified stretching. I mean, honestly.
What's glorified about it?
He says it has all these benefits. I didn't really feel them. I just felt like I was done stretching.
What benefits were you expecting?
Happier. Like I always hear people say that they're happier, they feel better, it makes them feel pumped, and so I just felt normal.
Yeah, I'm surprised that people advertised those benefits from yoga. I do feel happy from yoga, but it's the same kind of happy I feel from a workout. Like if I run a lot, it's like a runner's high.
I feel more grounded. I feel more like all I need to do is take care of my body and focus on my body.
Oh,
and most things can flow from that.
This is horrible. Apparently, a lot of the police officers were like joining in with the protests. They had some grievances as well.
Why is?
Well, they're people too.
Yeah, they are people too. It's wrong. Death is sad.
What's wrong?
Death is wrong.
I agree.
When do we come back on?
21.
Okay, 20.
So, given that police killing people is really probably not going to affect our life very much, how can we overcome death?
Oh, I got to turn this back up.
At twitter.lrn.fm. That's twitter.lrn.fm.
We have more tips. And what's behind us right now? We've got a chocolate butthole.
And a freedom flag.
An American flag.
Right.
That is burning.
That is burning.
Oh, it is.
I wouldn't choose that. But I guess I did by accident. I put this behind me. Remington made this photo.
Well, because you gave me the topics, and you gave me 2 topics.
I've been trained on how to burn a flag. I've burned more flags than everybody else.
You're supposed to fold them up into a triangle, right?
That's for when you throw it out.
Oh.
No. That's for when you just put it away. When you burn it, you have to cut out delicately. Basically, it has to be a whole ceremony where no one speaks for the entirety of it. And you delicately cut each stripe one at a time off and burn it on a fire. And then you burn the whole field of stars.
Have you done this?
I've done it several times.
I've done it several times as well.
Yeah.
Why?
This is a standard Boy Scouts of America technique.
It's called retiring the flag.
Why do you retire a flag?
It's respect for the history of the people in the community.
Why retire it?
Because it's old and worn out.
Are there so many flags that so many are old and worn out that every Boy Scouts troops gets to do this?
Yeah. Well, whenever, like, basically,
Wow.
whenever they come along, someone has an old flag. Someone's like, "Hey, I noticed your flag's pretty old there. Like, can we retire it?" You know, it doesn't respect the history of our community properly being all worn out.
Oh, I see. All right. Well, okay. What else is behind us, Remington?
What else is behind you? It's some handcuffs because but the flag and the handcuffs tie in together because of the guy that was arrested because of burning the flag in Illinois. Would you like to talk about that, Derek?
We are right. Well,
his charges were dropped also.
Oh, good.
Because they realized that there was that thing called freedom of expression and that Constitution thingy.
Well, they still get freedom to scare him and put him in a cage for a day.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
I want to put Trump behind us again.
It's amazing.
But also
about the flags because it means different things to different people. Like, I'm sure the people who disrespect the flag consider that it means something totally different than the people who respect it.
In general, it is a piece of cloth that means something totally different to everybody who sees it.
The red, white, and blue is appealing to the eyes.
I've seen better flags.
But I would rather see a bare ass getting ready to be licked by a nice, fun tongue. So how else are we going to get better at analingus?
Well, one tip from this author at complex.com is there are a lot of folks who want to skip the appetizer and go for the main course way too quickly. It's easy to just want to get your fill when you're that hungry.
Wait, what is the main course?
But before you go trying to get that good feeling by selfishly satiating your own desire, share the love a little and prep. You've likely learned your lesson on the front side by this point. If you prepare it a little before, it's more enjoyable for everyone. That goes for the back end too. The same skills that have been mastered with your tongue on the front side are likely to benefit both sides. Savor your dinner. Don't just order dessert.
Hear, hear.
That was a lot of innuendo.
It was. It was like more straightforward.
Plain language. What is that person trying to say?
So before you want to put your dick in their ass, right? You want to get off yourself and do that,
right?
But you want to work them up to it and make them feel good, pleasure them, something that's just pleasure for them,
right?
Before you use them to pleasure yourself. So
yeah, exactly. I think that's the point.
You give and then you get,
and
it physically makes them more open to receiving.
It's going to make it better. Oh, here's a good tip. Remember to come up for air. Don't suffocate in the booty. You'll be working hard down there, trying to breathe through your nose as your lips and your tongue do the work. Take a minute to catch your breath and make it about your partner. When you do so, it doesn't seem like you're overworked or giving up. Ask them how it feels, if they're enjoying it,
Yeah,
and what else you
communicate.
can do to please them. Then take a deep breath like you're about to jump into an Olympic-sized pool and try and swim the whole length underwater and go back down for more.
Splash. I gotta ask my friends who work in the county emergency centers, how many people come in who fainted because they were eating butthole?
Too much ass.
Too much ass. Ass overdose.
Suffocated by ass.
Well, speaking of suffocating from ass, that could possibly also be bad if...
No. I don't want to move on yet. I want to talk about this.
Okay, can I say something first?
Yeah.
Be safe. Because I know there's such thing as sitting on their face, like sitting on it. Make sure your neck and everything is secure, because you can break your neck that way, depending on their weight.
Oh, God.
So be safe is another must.
Be safe.
Yeah, be safe.
Well,
is good.
I want to know, what do you think is the best position for analingus?
Face down, ass up.
Face down, ass up. I think it's on your back with your hips up in the air and your legs out.
Oh yeah.
You know, in a big V.
Right. Yeah, that's very good. With your ass up.
Because it
air,
removes
like,
the
pulled
buns.
back.
Yeah, with your ass up and your hips open so that the buns are out of the way.
Yeah.
If you're face down,
You're
you still
totally
have to spread
exposed.
the buns.
Yeah.
You're less exposed.
Yeah, face down, ass up would be second best now. I think you're right. V with your legs tied back. Like you're picturing tied with rope or something, right? Like rope on your feet tied to the bedpost.
Or just being like flexible. I mean, you could probably do it.
Yeah.
Well, there's also...
But it would help. The ropes would help.
Ropes would help. I have envisioned that. I would like to do that.
I get tired. As healthy as I am,
Yeah.
you know, sex could wear you out, and I get tired in some positions.
Well, you remember that one time you can just put your knees back down, like by your head, and then you're super exposed.
Yeah. That's it's good. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, there's also if you're 69ing, like we discussed earlier, you're 69ing and then you go for it. That one's great because you still get a blowjob.
Yeah.
Right.
Or they get to choose.
Right.
Maybe if they could reach some more.
Is it possible to 69 an analingus?
Analingus? Yeah, I think it's possible. If one person's small and the other person's
That's
big.
a 79.
Okay. Well, here's another very important tip. Don't have gas. Just don't. Gas does not belong. Let it rip before you get together. Take a pill to stop it. Do whatever you need to do. Farting in someone's face might be the worst thing that can happen. Well, the precursor to the worst.
No.
And it's easily avoidable. So, if eating butt is something you're considering, limit the amount of Mexican food you have and stay away from the beans.
I'm so happy I'm going to Texas. I'll be in Texas in a week and a half.
Come see me, honey.
I'm gonna have Mexican food. Hey, you come to Austin on Tuesday. I won't be there Tuesday. Come to Austin.
This is the Onion Week in Review. This week, mothers across the nation invented a new drug to worry about, confirming that the completely fictitious new substance was appearing in schoolyards across the nation and is easily created from simple household products like sugar, window cleaner, and petroleum jelly. Calling the totally made-up narcotic scramp, mothers in desperate need of something to fret over deluded themselves into constantly agonizing over the widespread drug epidemic that
So
exists
true.
solely in their minds.
My son sits in his room for hours and hours. It must be scramp. He's a scramp head. I bet they'll figure out how to scramp with this too.
In other news, a man confidently strides through a beaded curtain without parting it. A father takes a picture of his daughter every day from birth until he abandons his family. And the same homeless man is always begging for change on the same United flight. Stalled contract negotiations have prevented me from reviewing any more news until I receive a co-producer credit. But for more, visit theonion.com/newsbeat.
So you've signed the Shire Society Declaration and are planning your move to New Hampshire to be around more liberty-oriented people. Next, sign up for the Shire Society Forum at forum.shiresociety.com. There are a bunch of people there who are already in the Shire, and they want to meet you. If you're already in the Shire physically, you should also come by the forums. Remember, not everyone uses Facebook. New people are signing up for the Shire Society Forum every month, so drop in and say hello at forum.shiresociety.com.
Since time began, tyrants have taken aim at personal liberties. Now there's a movie that aims back.
The government has no more right to tell us what to put in our bodies than they have to take our guns or tell us what books we can read.
6 drug police were eaten by bears while raiding a marijuana farm.
On your knees, you dirty hippie! On your knees! What's the problem, officer?
Today, many cops who enforce pot laws do so only because it provides them with cushy jobs, good benefits, and a chance to push people around.
I was an undercover narcotics officer. The drug war is nothing but a farce.
The Second Amendment says you got to keep you and your gat intact.
Guns and Weed, The Road to Freedom. A film by Michael W. Dean and Nima Vadadi.
DVD available now.
So basically, he had to remove all the Constitution stuff out of there.
Yeah.
Makes the perfect gift.
Exactly.
Remember, that's gunsandweed.com.
DVD, books, music, instruments, periodicals, computers, software, electronics, photo, cell phones, office products, home and garden, bed and bath, furniture, kitchen and supplies,
Did you read what he said?
apparel,
Yeah.
shoes, jewelry, grocery, healthcare,
Well,
sports and outdoors, toys, games,
To be fair,
used and
Chase,
more. It's a
the
department
family
store
needs
your
to know.
fingertips. Shop.lrn.fm. Get all your shopping done. Get a great deal, and a portion of your purchase goes
Jacob.
to benefit the Liberty Radio Network. When you shop at
Caller.
Amazon via
The family needs to know about
Phone
analingus.
records, financial and location data, Prism, Tempora, X-Keyscore, Boundless Informant.
Boundless
Scott Horton here for
Informant.
offnow.org. Now here's
Wow.
the deal.
Scott
Due to the Snowden
Horton.
revelations,
What
we
a
have a great
band.
opportunity
Hey, what
for
are
a
you
short
doing?
period
Trying
of
to
time get some
self-suck
real
over there,
rollback of the
Remington?
national surveillance
You're always
state. Now, they're
got your
already
head
trying
down.
to tire us by
Oh, I'm
introducing
looking at my phone.
reforms to
Sorry.
Congress.
Looking at your phone?
They
I'm
betrayed
working social media.
the Constitution and Bill of Rights again and again.
Oh, cool.
And can in no way be trusted to stop the
Multitasker.
abuses for us. We've got to do it
I'm
ourselves.
doing a bit of work as well. May have to write an article. So
I'm scrolling through Tumblr. Yeah.
wonderful. I've seen your Tumblr.
Yeah, you have.
Anyone can see Derek's Tumblr.
Yes.
No. What he sees, like who he follows.
Can I tell people your Tumblr?
Yeah, I've announced it here.
Submits to BBC.
Yeah, submits to
Number
the
two.
Number 2.
Why do you like the British Broadcasting Corporation so much?
They've taught us to submit so well.
Yeah.
That's big black cocks.
Mm-hmm.
Actually.
I love the way you say that.
Big black cocks.
There's only one way.
Oh, so when you. Oh, okay.
What were you saying, Remington?
Recent scientific studies have determined that everyone likes hearing the words big black cocks.
Big black cocks.
Yeah, everyone then looks up toward the ceiling and imagines big black cocks.
Big black cocks.
The world needs more big black cocks.
The world's full of them. Go get them.
Yeah.
They need more attention.
Right. Hey, speaking of attention, pay attention to the details.
Keep calm.
When you are licking ass, don't forget the balls.
Keep calm and cradle the balls.
Yeah. So let me, before I get into this, we'll do a refresher.
It makes sense.
Because this is the final one, so we must remember. When tossing a salad, or giving analingus, or licking someone's butt.
Or receiving.
Right. Keep it clean.
This is like a constant thing. Constantly keep it clean.
Remember to trim.
It's got to be constantly trimmed too. You never know.
Freshen up.
This is something you do right beforehand. Make it extra clean.
In this case, it's something that you could do at
During.
a service. It's a whitening service. Freshening up was about getting bleached.
Mm.
Remember to tease it as you're getting started.
Oh, yeah. Squeeze the buns. Of course.
Do not, under any circumstances, use teeth.
It's analingus because it's licking.
Spread the ass cheeks wide.
Yeah. If you can get them on their back with their hips over their head, it'll be the widest.
Make sure you lick and please them before sticking your dick in. Not after.
Yeah, you can get a bunch of natural lubricant up in there.
Remember to come up for air. And while you're doing so, use it as an opportunity to ask them how they're doing. How's this feeling? Anything else you'd like?
Yeah. And give them a kiss.
Or don't.
They're going like that.
Avoid any kind of gassy problems. Take a pill. Take care of it before. Watch your diet. Whatever.
Pump your stomach.
And finally, keep calm.
As always.
And cradle the balls.
This is a general life tip. Not only to Analingus.
Do you want to read this one?
But cradle the balls. This is something that should already be happening. We've got to the point now where hopefully everyone has realized eating butt isn't that out of the ordinary. And hopefully you've also come to understand how good it can feel. You have some pointers, which you can show your partner rather than tell them. Showing is always better than telling, I would imagine, especially with the body. And when it comes to the back end and a little extra enjoyment, it's another great time for hands on the balls. Like usual, an extra help in that area adds a lot of extra sensitivity that leads to that full body good feeling. Amen to handling the balls well. Amen.
Yeah. This is so important because the balls are so sensitive. And a proper handling can go a long way. It's supportive.
And yours are great. They're some of the best ones around.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're great to handle. Mine, not so much.
Yours are good.
Mine like to retreat.
Yeah.
Well, mine are the same way, Stephen.
Mine are big, and I do wonder if there is a correlation between
giant testicles and courage.
Yeah.
I've never had an outside opinion on mine.
Are you looking for one?
No one's ever told me like commented
The
about
reason,
mine.
Remington, is because they're too hairy. They can't even see your balls.
Not anymore.
Good. Well, why don't you post some pictures on Tumblr?
Yeah.
And ask for feedback. That's how it works.
I'd rather not. I'm quite private about those kind of things.
Well, it would be private because it's your privates, and because they wouldn't see your face. You just look. If you create a Tumblr and say like, "This is my dick and balls. What do you think?" It's gonna be like bombarded with opinions about your dick and balls.
Yeah.
It could be. They don't have to know who you are.
There's
going to
be Photoshops. There will be children's stories. There's going to be everything.
Tumblr loves pictures of your dick and balls. If you put them on there, they'll eat it up.
Mm-hmm. There might even be a safe for work version. I love those. Whenever I see a good safe for work version of porn, you ever see those? Where it's like
I watch porn at work all day. It seems safe enough.
Don't you work from home, Steven?
I work in the porn studio now, actually.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm only into live porn these days, actually. So,
well,
that's the future.
That's my life. That's my present.
I mean, the porn that is regular porn that people draw pictures over, so it's like a girl eating ice cream.
Oh yeah, that's the best.
Two guys giving each other a high five.
Y'all have something similar in your kitchen from the 60s, right?
Yeah. Yeah, my mom liked that picture.
The girl licking the ice cream cone that looks like a dick.
Yeah, there's a girl licking an ice cream cone. It gets a lot of comments. What are you doing, Remington?
I'm messaging someone. And I may have to spring into work.
Eric needs to know what you're doing at all times, Remington.
Yeah, you're looking down and texting.
So should I send a report to you every minute?
Yeah, I want to know what you're talking about.
You can do it every 2 minutes.
Well, are you on Grindr?
I'm not on Grindr. In fact, I deleted it.
Are you asking people for Analingus right now on Grindr?
No, I'm not. I deleted Grindr.
Upload a picture of your dick and balls to Tumblr?
No, I did not upload a picture of my dick and balls to Tumblr.
Once you do, upload a picture of your butthole too, and ask people if they would want to lick it. Because
no one's ever said they hated it before, so
I just want to see what they would say, because some people would probably be like, "Yeah, I want it messy, I want it hairy, I want it gross, and then other people.
That's like the most clean part of my body. I take 2 showers a day, and that is the spot I focus on super hard.
90% of the shower is just rubbing butt.
Inside and out.
Inside and out.
Oh.
Do you carry a douche with you? Do you ever?
I have this little scrubby thing that I put up there.
A scrubby thing?
Yeah, I'm not sure what it's called.
It's a pipe cleaner.
Scrubby thing.
It's pretty much cleaned every day. Like I give it a good old wash over.
Is it called a toothbrush?
No, it's not
a toothbrush in your butthole.
No, I did not. I do not.
That would be awful because when you, never mind. I don't even want to get into how bad that would be.
Yeah. Well,
I like the Fleet. I don't know what they're called. I'm blanking on the name.
Enema,
yeah. Fleet has disposable enemas. They're the best. Have you ever used these?
I haven't even used it yet. I feel like just going and using one.
Yeah,
for
go
fun.
try it on the next break.
And
give us a report.
I've always used the what are those called? A syringe.
A syringe.
A plastic syringe.
But it's like a baby feeding syringe
It's a small,
or something.
But
it's
I
like,
used to have this big ass syringe.
It's an ass syringe.
Yeah, I was inspired. Like my mom's friend liked to bring. She liked to make Jello shots in syringes.
Oh, cool!
And just syringe them right into people's mouths.
Oh, cool! Yeah.
I was inspired to syringe water into my butt from that, and it works really well.
Yeah, it does work really well. You've since shown me, and I've tried it, and this is like probably my most common method.
It's reusable,
of yeah,
but probably less clean than a new douche every time.
I don't know. I think the new douches are like the best way to go. They cost like $1. So
totally worth it.
Yeah.
And how many Bitcoins is that these days? Not many.
The only good douche is one that you stick up your ass.
Yeah. An enema. Fleet. This episode of Flaming Freedom sponsored by Fleet Enemas.
Or
Fleet Enemas.
At your local CVS or Walgreens stores.
Or Rite Aid if you're up north.
All right, should we talk about this guy who
I'll
burned
be
a flag?
expecting a check from Fleet.
Here's a small update. 10 officers down, 3 dead, 2 snipers not caught.
Whoa.
What? Oh my God, everyone lost their mind. Relax, everybody.
Oh,
Downtown
man.
Dallas.
That I predicted this. It's going to unfold exactly as it said, I believe. I think V is the most accurate. I was imagining it today.
Well, that was Alan Moore.
You know all the TV screens that people are always staring at? Like
telescreens?
That's exactly how America is today.
What do you mean today?
People just sit around the screen and watch the government news. Like, my parents have the government media on like every night.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think it's V for Vendetta is pretty spot on. Cause a giant war in the Middle East, and it creates a war in the
Alan
flyover
Moore,
states, the Midwest, I guess.
Alan Moore is brilliant. He's an anarchist, and he wrote the book The Watchmen.
Oh, cool.
He's one of my favorite writers. He also wrote Batman for a little while, and I think his series is like regarded as the best.
Well, in the future, y'all can be nice and happy because you'll have me as a news anchor. I won't be owned by the state
that we know of. You'll have the state up your butt.
You'll just be owned by your boyfriend.
Oh, too true.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. Hey, I gotta grab something to eat. I'll be right back.
I just had something, but you have fun.
Okay, good. I couldn't get you anything anyway. Yeah. Yeah. They're in the drawer. It's between our bedroom.
in Dallas. It appears snipers have targeted Dallas's finest and taken some down.
Happened about 3 or 4 blocks up the road from where I'm standing right now. I am standing in the middle of Main Street in downtown Dallas. At this time of night, bars and restaurants here, normally you would have lots of traffic, and you have a massive police presence instead here tonight. In fact, Shepard, I've been trying to get to this spot for the last hour and 15 minutes or so, because we have been walking literally from checkpoint to checkpoint to checkpoint, asking the officers if we could just get in to come up 2 blocks to meet our crew to bring you these live pictures now. And all of those officers have said, look, this is still an active shooter situation, and you are not getting past this checkpoint. Go up another block. So we've snaked our way back down. And when we have those interactions with the police officers, Shepard, you could see the look on their faces, because these are their brothers and sisters. As you well know, though.
A documentary by Free State
Hey,
Project
Remington.
Early Movers.
Yes, sir.
About the guy who burned the flag.
101 Reasons Film.
Can I do what?
If you
Can
enjoy
you pull up the
LRN.FM,
article about
please
the guy who
contribute your
burned the
favorite
flag?
shows via their websites.
The one I posted?
LRN.FM. That's amp.lrn.fm.
Jump on it if you succeed and flown it. Saturday night we in the spot.
Don't believe us, then watch.
This song was a hit during the party too.
I loved it. It's the best.
I didn't realize I was playing all my Flaming Freedom music at the dance party.
It was so great. I loved your party, Derek. Thank you for having it. But,
of course.
do you want to get to the story of the evening? The last story.
Yeah. I want to get to the story of the guy who burned the flag and was arrested. What happened to him?
He was an Illinois 22-year-old, and he burned an American flag on July 4th to apparently protest the United States. He self-identifies as part of the queer community, and he wrote on Facebook that he was ashamed of the atrocities committed by the U.S. against people of color, people living in poverty, and other identity groups. And a representative from the police told Forbes that the free speech that he was exhibiting, while it was distasteful to some, free speech is free speech, Charles told me. It's when you say things that are insightful and make it clear that you are associated with someone that doesn't share your ideas. It got raised to a level where a reasonable person there would fear for their safety. It's similar to yelling fire in a movie theater.
I noticed that line. I thought that was quite a leap. Don't you? I mean,
who are you?
Oh, it's free speech. It's free speech. He can do this if he wants to. It's not hurting anybody. But also, it got raised to a level where it's like shouting fire. No, it's not like shouting fire. That's like people would stampede over each other and kill each other, and you're defrauding them, making them fear for their lives. Burning a flag and posting a picture of it on Twitter hurts no one. It doesn't, threaten anyone. Anyway, it's totally different. I can't believe that those cops used that old, tired, it's fire in a movie theater excuse for, for using powers they don't have, to go take somebody from their house.
No, I know someone who burned the United States flag and was arrested because he was using a Molotov. So I think that they're just trying to find reasons.
A bottle filled with alcohol in a rag, and light the rag and then throw the bottle.
Yeah, exactly. And they're just trying to find reasons, that's
not safe. I mean, using a Molotov, I'm not saying it should be illegal. I'm saying it's a different scenario than dipping a flag into a fire that's in your backyard. I mean, setting a forest on fire is not okay, but setting your own property on fire, who's that? Who's anyone to?
He obviously bought the flag.
Or I don't know. Maybe he didn't. Anyway, what do we know about this guy? He looked a little weird to me. I heard he supports Hillary.
Well, that's very apt to what he's doing.
Why?
Well, because Hillary just is the ideal American woman. She's corrupt. She does everything that hurts everybody. No.
I don't think that's American.
Well, that's very American government, at least.
Well, I'm trying to make this separation in my mind these days of America and DC. I don't know if you saw, I made a poster for the 4th of July demonstration in Keene, in which I wrote, I love America, not DC. NH exit, hashtag NH exit. So that, this was a New Hampshire independence demonstration on a day that celebrates secession. And I see Washington, D.C. as this foreign control over my life and my neighbors that is unwelcome and uninvited. And I think a lot of people feel the same way, but they love America, and so do I. I love everyone in this country.
And I'm not the biggest fan of America as itself. I think I'm a bigger fan of Texas, more so. I'm a Texan more than an American.
Yeah, I understand that. I think a lot of people in Texas feel that way. They feel a sense of patriotism to their state. I don't feel that much that way about my state.
I would, if Texas were to dissolve, I don't think it would be much of a state, like a state. There's still a Texas mindset. It's really a mindset rather than just an allegiance to a name and fake borders.
What's the Texas mindset? Queso?
No, friendship, coming together.
Don't you think everyone has those?
No.
No one has friendship and coming together.
I think we're very nice people. Not everywhere you can go, you'll meet nice people. I mean, the state of New York, once you go down south, it's absolutely atrocious.
Wait a minute. The toilet just flushed and Stephen walked in smiling. I want to hear your thoughts on the fleet enema. We interrupt this discussion of secession to bring you an important report from the Flaming Freedom Studios. Yeah, anal secession. So how was it, Stephen?
The fleet enema is a significant amount of liquid to put in your butt.
You don't have to use the whole thing.
I didn't use it all. No, it's pretty good. It flushed things. It flushed it out, and feels kind of uncomfortable.
It felt uncomfortable to put in.
Not to put in. It's a very narrow.
Lubricated.
It's a narrow thing, and I put lotion on it. Anyway.
Did you notice it's already lubricated?
I didn't notice.
Yeah, it is. I should have told you.
But it's very small, and if you know the direction that your anal cavity goes, it's pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
For me, it's like up toward my belly button, I would say.
The thing on the side of the box actually has a picture of a guy laying on his side and sticking it up his butt, because that would probably be the easiest way to do it.
Okay.
Well,
I would do it like maybe
I never have done it that way.
An hour before you're planning on
why so
having
long?
Sex. I don't know, in case like you don't flush it all out, all the liquid, and then you might have to flush it out again.
Yeah.
I kind of feel that way.
Oh, you feel like you didn't flush everything out?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, then it will come.
The water that I put up there.
Right. Yeah.
Well, we'll find out coming up. No.
We'll find out. Well,
stay right here.
Thank goodness this is the last segment.
Yeah.
We'll find out next week what happened.
Stay tuned next week when Stephen and Derek tell us of the escapades.
Did Derek get a mouthful of ass water?
Oh, no.
That seems like a headline or a book title. Mouthful of ass water.
It's not good.
No.
Is your child getting a mouthful of ass water?
No, Derek might like dick water.
Dick water, yeah.
Who doesn't
like
like dick water?
Who?
Who doesn't like dick water?
You do? Not everyone does.
I'm not really that. I'm ambivalent, I guess.
You mean piss or semen?
Oh,
Piss.
Urine.
Oh, well, I like semen. I thought that's what you were referring to.
No,
Piss
that's
ain't
not
my thing.
water.
Well, it's got water in it.
That's milk. That's
Okay,
cream.
Cream.
But
Fine, cream. Dick cream.
we're talking about lemonade here.
I'm no fan of lemonade. I like myself some nice milk.
Are you gonna say it, Steven?
No, I'm not. No.
Well, it has been a wonderful night.
Wait a minute.
I
Wait,
hope
well,
people
the
got-
one thing
I
we
hope
didn't
people got-
discuss is dental dams.
Dental dam. Dental
What's
dam
a dental dam?
like this latex thing that you put over the butthole and then you lick it.
And you can also use saran wrap, but that'll rip.
It's like using a condom and for a blowjob. Like
It's not-
I'm sure it's better than not getting a blowjob. Marginally.
It seems like it's something invented by Christians.
In that case, Christians are intelligent for knowing how to not spread disease. Like, that's what Judaism is
Yeah,
about.
circumcision, basically.
I don't know
and
that
how to
that
build
had anything
community.
to do with preventing disease.
How to build communities that are healthy. And I think not spreading disease through like fecal matter into your mouth is a pretty good idea. I don't know. I would love to hear from a listener if you've tried this, or go get one. I'm sure you can get
dental dam.
A dental dam, yeah.
I've seen them.
Order one on purse.io and
sound the alarm.
try it, and then try it without it. And
Yeah,
then let us
report
know.
back.
Yeah, we got to know.
Well, I've
Do
had
they
a
have
fun
it?
time.
Maybe. All right. Well, we didn't get to everything today, but we did get to Analingus and a gay guy burned a flag. So I think we're in good shape.
Yeah, check out flamingfreedoms.com.
And Remington Hernandez.
At RemingtonHernandez.com.
.org.
Are you about to
Yeah.
meet the media? If
Okay,
you're
this
about to
was
be
good.
interviewed, do
Thanks
their
for doing this
homework
episode
for
with me,
them.
guys.
Know this.